The cruise ship was supposed to be a place of laughter, music, and memories that would last a lifetime. For one teenager, it became the setting of a mystery that still refuses to rest. What was first described as a tragic accident has slowly turned into a case filled with unanswered questions, conflicting timelines, and now newly released text messages that are changing how people see this death. On the night of the incident, the ship was sailing through calm waters. Passengers were enjoying shows, restaurants, and late-night activities. According to early reports, the teenager was last seen near a public area of the ship, surrounded by people, lights, and noise. Hours later, panic set in when it became clear that the teen was missing. By morning, the worst fear was confirmed. Authorities initially suggested there was no sign of foul play. The death was treated as an unfortunate and sudden incident. But from the very beginning, family members and observers felt that something did not add up. How could someone vanish on a ship filled with cameras, staff, and thousands of passengers without a clear explanation? As time passed, small details began to raise big questions. Witness accounts didn't fully match. Security footage was either incomplete or unclear, and crucial moments leading up to the disappearance were missing from the public record. The case slowly drifted from the headlines, leaving behind grief and doubt. Now, years later, the release of previously unseen text messages has reopened the discussion. These messages, sent shortly before the teen's death, offer a rare glimpse into their final hours. The tone of the texts has caught the attention of investigators and the public alike. They do not read like messages from someone expecting danger or tragedy, but they also raise questions about who the teen was with, where they planned to go, and what they were feeling at the time. Some texts suggest confusion about plans. Others hint at frustration, exhaustion, or emotional stress. While none of the messages directly explain what happened, they challenge the simplicity of the original explanation. If the teen was communicating normally just minutes or hours before the incident, what exactly went wrong so quickly? The release of these texts has also raised concerns about what information was withheld in the early stages of the investigation. Why were these messages not discussed sooner? Were they considered irrelevant? Or did they complicate the official narrative? These questions have fueled renewed interest in the case and calls for a deeper, more transparent review. Cruise ships operate like small floating cities, equipped with surveillance systems and strict protocols. Yet time and again, cases like this reveal gaps in oversight. Blind spots in camera coverage, delayed responses, and jurisdictional confusion often make investigations at sea far more complicated than those on land. For the family, the pain never faded. Without clear answers, grief becomes heavier. Every new detail, including these texts, brings both hope and heartbreak. Hope that the truth might finally emerge, and heartbreak from reliving the final moments over and over again. Online communities have since begun analyzing the texts line by line, comparing timelines and questioning official statements. Some believe the messages point toward negligence. Others think they suggest emotional vulnerability. And some argue they simply prove how little we still know. What remains undeniable is that this case is far from closed in the minds of many. The newly released texts do not solve the mystery, but they remind us that behind every headline is a real person, a real family, and a story that deserves honesty. As attention returns to this teen's death, one question continues to echo. Was this truly a tragic accident, or is there more hidden beneath the surface of calm waters and polished cruise decks? Until all evidence is fully examined and all questions are answered, this case will remain one of the most haunting cruise ship mysteries in recent memory.